Hey guys, it's NB Mick. Welcome back to more Tales of Xillia. In the last episode, we got here to Sapstrath Sea Haven and took care of quite a bit, including befriending the lords of the area, Drissel and Klein. And in this one, we're finding Elvin because that jerk sold us out and told the lords why we were, like, basically who we are. And though all's well that ends well, how dare he even so? So let's go and find him.
Hey!
Don't hey us!
Alvin! You tattletale! You jerk! You tattle jerk!
Got him.
How much did Klein pay you to sell us out?
Sell you out? Such an ugly phrase. Money isn't the only currency, you know. It's no secret that Lord Klein is unhappy with the current government. If we want info, we have to give some in return. It's called a trade. I told him what I know, and he gave you some juicy info in return, right?
King Noctigol of Rashigol is the man responsible for everything. So long as he remains alive, he could construct a second or third Lance of Kresnik.
You're going to assassinate the king?
What choice do I have? I can't allow him to continue, even if his death throws your country into chaos.
I suppose it's the lesser of two evils. We can't let him keep sacrificing innocent people for their mana.
Hey, you're the people from the wanted poster.
Whoops. I suppose strolling about wasn't the smartest idea.
Sure wasn't.
Wind from the southwest, 2 meters per second. A nice breeze.
What are you doing here?
Please, allow me to handle this.
Hey, Gramps, step out of the way before you break a hip.
Oh dear me. What a fearsome trio. A bit on the sloppy side, though. You two in the rear. Isn't your formation a little wide? If you stand so far apart, how will you help your comrades in a moment of crisis?
Shut up, like we need your tactical advice.
And you, good sir, aren't you standing a little too far forward? From there, you might be able to catch me, but the good people behind me, on the other hand... There's a good soldier.
Yeah, what the?
Now, if you'll excuse me. Everyone please follow me.
I love this guy.
Rowan, that was awesome! You sure showed those meanies!
Dear me. You misused the word awesome. It was merely a delay tactic.
Whatever it was, you saved us, Mr. Rowan.
Just Rowan is fine.
What do you need from us?
My, get right to the point. Indeed, I have a favor to ask of you.
Of us notorious criminals? This can't be good.
The King of Rashigol came to the manor earlier and ordered our citizens be drafted into service.
What? Noctigol was here?
Yes, the man you saw leaving by carriage earlier was King Noctigol himself.
So he's the king of Rashigol.
Why is he forcing people into his service?
Maybe he needs more experimental subjects?
My master couldn't abide seeing his people in danger. He set off to rescue them. But Noctigol is not one who takes disobedience lightly.
Is Drissel's brother in danger?
Undoubtedly, and I wish to rescue him. Will you assist me?
Any brother of a pal is a brother of mine, right, Ellie?
We can't turn a blind eye at this point. We should help.
Here we go again. For an honor student, you sure are lousy at learning lessons.
It's settled. We cannot allow Noctical to proceed with any plan that involves using that weapon.
There's your answer.
You have my thanks. The people were taken to Burmia Gorge. We must make haste.
And Burmia Gorge, I believe... Yeah, it's through the Colmore Trail. But now... Rowan is in our party, and he's already somewhat decked out in terms of Lilium orbs, but we may as well continue to expand his repertoire, I guess. But yes, Rowan is our 5th out of 6 party members. The 6th we will be getting, I'd say, probably for at least 5 or 6 more videos, maybe even more than that. It won't be for a little while. But Rowan is the one I was talking about earlier. One of my favorite characters. Him and Elise are just... I love them so much. They're so good. So we'll get into a battle very shortly to sort of showcase Rowan's kit. But Rowan is the dedicated spellcaster of the group. Like, offensive spellcaster, because Elise is more... She has dark magic, but she's more of a healer. Meanwhile, Rowan is... he uses offensive spells. And what does he have right now, even? So he has Fireball, Rock Shine, Splash, and Severed Fate, which is his physical move. And in terms of skills... Assault actually might not be the best for him because he's a spellcaster. Magic Guard, definitely for him, actually. Increases... Yep, definitely want to stun enemies with magical attacks. Knife Recover is pretty cool when you're doing that, like, backflip when, like, you're knocked off your feet. When you're doing the backflip to, like, regain your footing, he'll throw a knife. I think immunity is something I definitely want to keep on everyone. Sure, that'll do. And now we have a skit. The Loyal Butler.
Klein's quite the fool, attempting to directly defy King Noctigal.
I too counseled him against it. But as you can see, he can be quite stubborn.
Hey! Stop saying mean things about Dracel's brother! Klein is a good man.
He most certainly is. Never have I met a lord who cares more deeply for his subjects. Indeed, he was kind and gentle long before he was a lord at all. 2 years ago, when I had nowhere else to go, he was gracious enough to hire me on as his butler.
Sounds like he's really important to you.
Very much so.
And he's so cool. Way cooler than Alvin.
I beg your pardon. I didn't quite catch that.
I'm sure Klein is still safe.
Of that I have no doubt. No harm will befall him on my watch.
I agree with Tipo. Rowan is the coolest. Ooh, another skit. Eye of the Beholder.
You and Tipo are always together, aren't you?
Because we're best friends. And because Chipo's so cute.
Really?
What? Of course he's cute. Don't you think?
Well, he certainly isn't not cute, in a way that I can't quite put my finger on.
How can you not know? It's Tipo.
Oh, it's his little horns. Those are super cute.
Those are ears. For shame. You're terrible with kids.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so we have our fast travel back again, but so we have a little quick errand to take care of in Alati Sea Haven. Remember, there was a sub-event we got... It's here somewhere. No... Yeah, where a girl gave us a charm to deliver to her father, so we need to... Where is he? I'm pretty sure he's in Aladi Sea Haven. Ah, there he is. Yeah, the guy with the green exclamation point. Hey, man. What's going on? Hey, this is a good luck charm my daughter made. Thank you for bringing this to me. This is just what I need to get through the long months ahead. As soon as I finish this job, the sooner I can get home to my daughter. And there we go. So we got the lucky charm, or used the lucky charm, and got the item sphere plus. Increases the number of slots in your auto items menu. No thank you. Which reminds me that I need to tell Rowan not to use auto item. And I think... yeah, I'm going to replace Mila with Rowan for now. Because Mila's... they kind of have a similar kit, but Mila is more physically offensive, while Rowan is more ranged. And we already have Elvin to keep up our physical defenses with Jude, so I think that'll be good. So we're done that. I wonder if the Sapstrath High Road will let me get that Ifreed treasure yet. I sure hope so. Where... so we need to go back another region and hope that the checkpoint is gone. It's probably not gone, but I want to get this out of the way before I forget about it, you know? I like to complete areas by region when I can, typically. Failing that, I'll just do everything as soon as it becomes available, usually. Because it's just easier for me to organize that way, you know? And it's a way for me to make sure I do it without missing it. It depends on the structure of the game. Yep, the checkpoint's still there. So, like, a game, let's say Tales of Symphonia 2, where it's divided into chapters, it's easier for me to do things as they become available rather than by area. But in a game like this, where you're going all over the place, it is a lot easier to do this by area, I think. Anyway, we need to go through Sherrilton to Burmia Gorge, I believe. Fresh mutton! So yeah, I think we've done pretty much everything we can at this point in terms of side quests. I'm just trying to glance over my notes real quick. Yeah, I think so. We won't get more stuff until we clear Burmia Gorge. But there are Ifreed treasures on the way to and in Burmia Gorge, so we'll have to keep an eye out for that. There's typically 2 per area, I think. So we'll have 2 in the Colmore Trail and then 2 in the Burmia Gorge, and we'll be good to go.
We've no time for this. Clear the way.
Yeah, sure.
It's a fundamental tactic to switch in members who work best in a given situation. Use this opportunity to practice teamwork.
Yep, so if we press another right stick, we can choose a character to switch out, and then switch that character out. Just like that.
Now it's my turn.
Which is a pretty unique thing in Tales of. Most games, you choose a party and you stick to it. I think Berseria and Zestiria allow you to switch. But anyway, let's do Rowan. Okay, so we have Fireball. So Rowan's special ability, I'm going to need to not be chased by an enemy for this. Oh, also Rowan's best supporter is Elise, because he can cast at a distance, and Elise can make sure he stays stocked up with magic with Tipo Drain. So Rowan has Art Tuning. So when you cast a spell, you will get button props on screen to change how that spell functions in specific ways. So, like, normally if you just let Rowan go, he'll cast one fireball. But if you press circle, he will continue casting more fireballs. And each... I couldn't show up what Rocktrine's spirit tuning was, but each spell has something like that. And yeah, spirit tuning does cast a little bit more TP, but it is very much worth it, in my opinion. So let's go see what spirit tuning his other spells do. Typically, it's you press circle more to increase the casting.
I guess even geezers like me are never too old for improvement.
Or you can move the control stick to move the spell around if it's more AoE. So Rocktrine is circle, so we can have another rock put up, but splash is a movement one, so you can move it around and hit more enemies like that. Of course, his physical moves don't have such a requirement, but let's see what Rowan's linked arts are. Severed Fate. Does he have anything with Elise? No. Rocktrine with Jude will have something. It's just Igneous Crush, but with a different person. Alright. I'm not super good with... And he also has Splash with Demon Fist or Splash Beam! I'm not super good with Rylan, because I'm just, in general, not a spellcaster character, or player. I like physical attackers, but I should try and play him more, because as I said, he is my favorite character, so it'd be cool to get to know how to use him. So you know what, let's put him in front, and have him the one walk around. Maybe I could change the person who's walking around from episode to episode. That'd be pretty cool. So for now, we are Rowan. Alright, and let's see what... Well, and we'll get knocked over instead. I just wanted to see what Splash Beam was. Oh yeah, I remember that one. I have trouble hitting the enemies with that one a lot, I find. And what do we have with Elvin? I don't know if I've talked about this, but see how Elise and Elvin are both poisoned? That's because if you are linked with someone and you get hit with a status ailment, they will share that status ailment. Oh, I can just turn auto items off from the menu. I should have done that earlier. What do we got with Elvin? Something with Fireball. Hellpire, that's just a mimic with what Mila has with Elvin, but... And... good night.
Never miss our targets, especially the ladies.
Alright. So yeah, this will be your default lineup, the first four, but you can, in battle, you can mix and match who you have with who. You're not committed to the four you have on there, nor are you committed to the character you've chosen to play as. You can switch at any time, and I'm going to stay linked with Elise, just because Tipo Drain is incredibly useful for Elise. And Elise got us poisons. Thanks, Elise. Sharing is caring. As I said, get used to that. But yeah, Rowan is really not good at all at close range. He is so much more effective at a distance, but... Okay, so Mila leveled up, so we can get... Aerial Voltage. Okay. What is this skill? This skill is Immunity. Immunity is really good. 50% chance to ignore status ailments. I think I'm going to equip that on her right away if I can. There we go. Perfect. Status ailments suck. Especially Confusion. I don't remember if Confusion is in Xillia 1. It's definitely in Xillia 2. It's the worst, because you just lose control of your character. I hate it. I just want to cast Hellfire. Let's just do it like this. Let's switch to Elven and Tiger Blade and accidentally pause in the middle of it. Okay, and then he has stuff with Mila too, right? With Severed Fate and Rock Triad. So let's switch Elven out for Mila, and then Link with Mila. Oh, one thing that I should note is that when it wants you to art tune, you can block out instead of choosing to tune it more if you want to do it more. Okay, let's see what Severed Fate. Fatal Detonation. We could barely see what that is, but if I had to guess, it was that triangle that Rowan created was now, and the fireballs that Mila shot off. Now it probably created like a fiery explosion or something. What the hell is this? Dusk Shade, huh?
Okay, I'll cover you.
Get in here, Mila. We have more things to show off. Oh, so we should actually let's switch Elise into Elven for now, so we can kind of plan this out. So we want Severed Fate, then Rock Trine, then we can switch to Jude and do Rock Trine and Splash, then we can switch to Elven and do Fireball. So, okay, good. Oh, it didn't... There we go. I could barely tell what Rock Hexad did, though. It was probably just a bigger Rock Trine. You'll probably... Let's get Elise in here. Being able to link with Elise will be very helpful. You're gonna notice me backstepping a lot, because backstepping is my favorite way around the arena rather than free running, even though free running is better in a lot of cases. It's just because the first Tales of I played was Symphonia, and it was the only one I had played for a time, so I'm just so much more used to backstepping than I am free running. So it's just how I like to avoid attacks. So we got Recovery Ring. That's the same as Jude's Healer, except instead of healing health, it heals physical ailments such as poison. Well, I guess we should check to see if it has... Yeah, Recover Heal. It just heals everyone's status ailments, so it's not super important. Let's give Jude immunity, because physical ailments, preventing against those is extremely helpful. And now we have a skit, when Elise grows up.
So, Elise, do you know what you want to do when you grow up?
Not really. Ellie doesn't want to grow up.
Oh, why is that?
If I grow up, people will laugh at me for holding Cheapo.
We wouldn't laugh. After all, T-Bo's your friend.
He's right. Go ahead and grow up. You've got nothing to worry about.
Really?
Cross my heart.
That's great, Ellie. Now you can grow up and get married like you wanted. Shh. That's a secret.
Oh, who do you want to marry?
Nobody.
And there she goes.
Good lord. This is... I'm trying to think where... Because I'm pretty sure there are 2 Ifreed treasures in here. It's just a matter of where... Well, speak of the devil. There's one right there, huh? Sharing is caring. Oh no, he has a Rock Shrine. Oh, which reminds me, we should link with Rowan and show off what his linked art ability is. So I'm going to want an enemy to cast a spell at me, because that is a prerequisite to it. So whenever an enemy casts a spell, Rowan has an auto magic guard, which will just automatically do a magic guard against you, and it'll allow you to move when you're doing it. Because normally when you have magic guard equipped, you have to hold down and you're stuck in place. But Rowan just guards you automatically, and it's very helpful, honestly. And there we go, Hellpire! And of course that barely hits anyone. Why am I moving in closer? Oh, they're weak to water, so I should be using more water. With the arts that you have to move them around to tune, I find that I don't really move them around a lot. I just kind of spin them in circles like that. I find that fun.
Good or what?
Yeah.
Ouch, the cold shoulder.
The cold shoulder. Alright, what do we got in here? The black dog's tail. Okay. And where is that? There it is. Let's see. Ah, yes. Wonderful. Oh, you know what? I'll actually put the framed glasses on Rowan because I think they actually suit him rather well. So, I am going to be using attachments, it's just only the ones that I think suit the character, I think. Because I think in Xillia 2, Rowan has framed glasses anyway, so it's like, hey, let's just jump that ahead of schedule a year or two, it's fine. Okay, so... if I had to assume, the other... Thank you for that, Elise. The other Ifrid treasure will probably be in one of those isolated parts on the map. Elise, I need sharing is caring. Thank you. What are these guys weak to? Water, so I should be casting Splash. There we go. I switched to Jude to try and use the linked art, but I did it a second too late. Let's just do this. There we go. Sharing is caring!
Not bad.
And Elise, and not Rowan just yet, levels up. Oh, you know what I should be doing as well? May as well have one of those equipped. Elise? What did you get? Did you probably also get immunity just like everyone else? Warrior, I believe that increases her physical arts. Better to not have her on physical arts, I think, but it's something. Let's check it out. Yeah. Setting Tipo to off will multiply attack power of arts by 1.5. Here we go. So now we just kind of gotta look for a way to enter those isolated areas, I guess. There'll probably be like a hole. Yep, there's a hole in the wall right there for this area. And we still gotta keep our eye out for the second Ifrid treasure, because I'm pretty sure there is one. These guys are weak to water, yeah. Let's see if I can move them across the battlefield like this and hit all of them. Yeah. Oh, we want Jude for the linked art, though. Let's switch to Jude and do it like this, though. I think that'll be easier than trying to cast Splash and then... Just flat on her face, huh? Alright, let's try and get a linked art chain, shall we? Never mind! Guess we don't need to do one because the enemy is just dead. Alright, Rowan, what do you got for me? Reduction? Don't know what that is. And then... Spirit. That increases TP, I believe. And we get a new art for our troubles as well. And what art is that? March Waltz, huh? Well, first and foremost, let's see if that goes with anyone? Yes, it goes with Elise for Pow Pow Waltz. Now I won't need to switch link partners in order to use linked abilities, which is good. Let's do it like this. I like having spells on shortcuts like this, and then physical attacks on my buttons, typically. So let's do it like that, I think. Oh. So now we have another skit, Team Player.
That last battle was a little too close.
Agreed. If Jude hadn't been there to save us, it would not have ended well. You have my thanks.
Sure. Don't worry about it.
Even in the midst of combat, you really do look out for others. But taking your focus off your opponents like that could land you in an early grave.
I guess it could.
Of course, I wouldn't want to fight with someone who didn't give a damn about me either. So keep up the good work, champ.
Will do.
So in other words, you only want to fight with people who are willing to die young.
No, you got it all wrong. I only want to fight with people who are willing to help me die old.
I mean, I guess. Now I'm just kind of... It's looking like I probably missed a hole in the wall somewhere. Also, how rough must this be on Rowan? Like, Rowan's an old man. Crawling through these tight holes must not be easy for him, huh? So there's gotta... Yep, there it is. I see it. Like, I'm surprised he isn't just, like, viciously complaining about his back. What a good sport. Anyway. We have one more branch of the Colmer Trail to check out, and then we can go and head to the entrance of the Burmia Gorge. So let's go and hurry that up. Yeah, the Ifrit treasure will probably be over there as well, if I had to guess. That led to the treasure chest. Okay, so I actually don't want to keep fighting. Well, let's go see what that one is. There we go. What did I forget what I mapped Splash to, so I guess we're not continuing that train. That's what I mapped it to. Severed Fate. March Waltz. That's actually good. That's like that's an art I could combo into. I like that.
And finished. All right.
Well, on the bright side of that fight I didn't really want to do, Alvin did level up so we can get a new ability, and I think we might... I think we'll be able to expand his Lilium orb. What was the ability we got down here? We have Safety Net, we have Combo Siphon, Restore once net, Prevent Encountered Links. We haven't had those yet, but Encounter Links are sorta, if two enemies are close together, and you get into an encounter with them, then you'll have to fight both groups of enemies, but I don't mind leaving that on. So I think I will. Back encounters suck, but encounter links aren't that bad. And Arc Fire, I believe that is an art that he uses with his gun. A not-so-warning shot at the enemy's feet. When charged, becomes the Arced Blaze art, which adds sword swings, Guardian Field, the factually better Jude's Healer, because it also does damage. When charged, Guardian Grove, which has more area, Sonic Thrusts. Yeah, okay. Okay, so... Well, let's go see what Arc Fire and Arc Barrage are, huh? And I'll have to equip it to something, as well I have to equip Guardian Field. There's Guardian Field. It's slower, and probably doesn't heal as much, but we'll probably need to get some TP. So let's go Link with Elise. So we have Arc Blaze, and then this is just standard Arc Fire. One thing is, I don't think you can charge arts that you put on your shortcut. So if you want to charge Elvin, you have to use arts that are attached to B buttons. So that's something to keep in mind. We're just getting clobbered here. Thank you, Elise. Oh my god. I just wanted to hit the enemy. There we go. Good night. There we go. Die! Die! Die!
You did well, Elise.
Oh no, it was nothing. No need to be modest.
Cool. Earned title Soul Tapper. Yeah, there's achievements, or trophies rather, tied to... Use the Ivory Treasure, 4,000 gold, that's pretty nice. There's trophies tied to using each of the character's special abilities and all. Elise's Tipo Drain is by far the easiest to get that trophy of. Because she's just using it constantly. If she's in the battle, you are going to get that trophy. All the other ones, you kind of gotta grind for. And it wasn't a fun time for me when I did it, let me tell you. And you gotta do it in Xillia too as well, which sucks even more because there are 3 more party members. So you gotta do it even more. And I haven't done it yet. I will eventually. But I just haven't yet. I really like that one, actually. Ow. I'm just getting clobbered. I dodged her pixie circle. I'm so sorry, Elise. There we go. Okay, now that that enemy's out of the way, I'm going to end things off here before I enter Burmia Gorge, as we've already been going on for quite a while. And Burmia Gorge is a dungeon. So, thank you so very much everyone for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time.